To start, in chapter 25, the Duke and Dauphin walk into town. The Dauphin and Duke, known as the English uncles, introduce themselves. They pay their respects to Peter Wilkes, and the Dauphin gives a speech. Then the lawyer reads the will. The house and $3,000 goes to the uncles, and then the $3,000 to the sisters. The Duke and Dauphin go and get the money from the basement and find out that $415 are missing, and contribute to the missing money from their own pockets. The Duke and Dauphin go upstairs and gives the girls the money. The doctor interrupts and accuses them for being frauds. Mary Jane gives the money to the uncles because she trusts them to do whatever they want with.
I'm so sorry about the loss. It's so frustrating that our brother just passed away. I always wanted to spend more time with him.
It's okay.
Hopefully you'll help us fill the hole in our heart.
Yeah, he was a great man. Do you care if I just see him one last time?
I can't look.
Oh no. This is so terrible. Okay, stop. My brother was such a good man. I can't imagine what it means to you guys to lose him. I remember those days we spent in the woods, eating Oreos, shooting deer, and whatever else.
Those good Oreos.
I always liked them.
Yeah, my brother means so much to him. Every day as we grow up, we'd hang out, fight each other, do what brothers do, tumble in the dirt. And then our mom would always yell at us for getting dirty and all muddy. Ah, those good times. Brother, I'll remember you forever. I wish you farewell in the afterlife. Okay, but let's get on to that will.
Goo. Let's see. No, that one died. It's this one. Okay, the will clearly states that $3,000 in the house will go to the girls, and $3,000 goes to the guys.
Okay, so where can I find this? So where's this money that I can find?
It's in the basement,
And where's the basement?
downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, Goo. Goo.
You're allowed to talk. They're not around anymore. Here's the money, though. Oh, wait. We're missing money here.
How much are we missing?
1,000-ish, 2,000. I think we're missing a couple thousand. Oh, we better add some just to cover up so that you don't get suspicious.
That's a good idea.
Nope, that's not money.
Don't think those are worth much.
There's
6,000?
Is that enough money, you think? Yeah, no. Okay,
1,000, 2,000.
Okay, put it all in. Hurry before someone comes down here.
They'll think that we stole the money. We don't want that. Think that's good?
Here's the money we found.
Oh, look, see, it's still there.
There's half of it for you guys, and half of it for
You frauds.
What are you talking about?
Them, those two, they're frauds.
How
Don't
could you
believe
say
anything
that?
they say.
They're uncles.
Goo.
See, their accents are fake.
How
You
can
can't
tell
say that.
sliders?
What are you talking about?
See?
Okay, well, you know what? I trust them. Here, take it all. Take it all, Uncle.
You're not fake.
You're the real McCoy. Good at time.
Yeah.
In chapter 26, Huck has dinner with Joanne and forgets that they are supposed to be from England. Joanne accuses him of lying. Then Mary Jane comes in and tells her to be nice to their guests. Huck tries to find the money because he feels bad for taking it from the girls. Dauphin wants to leave with the money, but the Duke wants to stay for all the property. Huck sneaks out with all the money.
So, have you ever seen the king?
Oh yeah, I seen the king at church.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I
What
see
was
him
he
all the
doing
time.
What was he doing at church?
He was sitting and listening to the Pope.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Why was he doing that?
'cause he likes God and stuff.
Last time I heard, the king wasn't really into God.
Oh yeah, he is. He's real in it. He's got his own pew at the church.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll have to check this out for myself.
Oh yeah.
I think you're lying.
I think you're crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I think you're lying.
I ain't lying.
Hey, how teach our guests?
Man, you gave me the Phantoms.
You gotta treat them politely. These are guests, remember?
Still think he's a liar.
I ain't lying, I swear. Oh, let me help you up.
Thanks.
Your hair is so red.
Oh, thanks. My uncles are just the best people.
Oh yeah, they are. I gotta go.
Man, where should we hide this money where no one's gonna find it? Because you know those slaves, they might find it because they clean it and.
And we know how greedy they all are.
Okay. Where should we hide it?
Where would no one look for it?
We'll clean and open the drawers so we can hide in the drawers. They might clean our sheets. Oh, what about under the bed? Like in between, under the bed and the sheets.
All right, let's go.
In chapter 27, Mary Jane cries next to the coffin. Huck tries to safely put the money somewhere, but he ends up putting it in the coffin. The undertaker then seals the coffin at the ceremony, and Huck watches in horror because the money is in the coffin. Huck realizes that he can just write a letter to Mary Jane telling them where the money is.
Oh, Father. I'm really placing you.
In chapter 28, Huck finds Mary Jane crying on her bed about the separation of the slaves. Huck explains that he, the Duke, and Dauphin tried to steal the money and are frauds. He told Mary Jane to go to Mr. Throp, and while Huck escapes with Jim. Mary Jane agrees and goes before breakfast to avoid her fake uncles. Mary Jane says she will pray for Huck. Huck finds the other two sisters and tells them Mary Jane is sick with mumps, a fake disease. He says she visited the rich family Apthorpes. A mob comes and at the appearance of the real Harvey and William.
Are you okay, dearie?
I don't know. They're a family.
Who's your family?
Slaves. They're gone.
It's okay. We'll see them again.
What do you mean?
or your fake brothers or uncles.
What?
We stole the money and he sold the slaves. So it will all be back soon.
You do it for me?
Yeah. Okay, now you go pretend to go to your friend's house and be sick, and I'll tell your sisters later.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll pray for you.
Thanks.
In chapter 29, Harvey and William come before the real Harvey and William. The doctor realizes that he was right and asks to compare handwriting. The Dauphin claims that the real William can't write because William broke his arm. The real Harvey says that there is a tattoo on his dead brother's chest. They both say that tattoo is something else. The Undertaker claims that there is no tattoo, so the mob wants all 4 of them lynched. They grab all the men and Huck and bring them to the coffin to check for themselves. They lift up the coffin lid and find the $6,000 that Huck put there. Huck escapes with the mob looking for the money, and the Dauphin and Duke left in the excitement also.
Yeah, England's so great. You should visit sometime.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello.
Hi, who are you?
Harvey Wilkes, and my brother William. We were just a little delayed. We got real messed up with the luggage, and he broke his arm.
That can't be. I am Harvey Wilkes. You must be a fraud.
Now, what do you mean by that? We traveled here from England and took us
Guys,
over.
let's compare handwriting.
Whatever you say.
Wait, how is it supposed to do handwriting if he can't even write?
Fine. Well, my brother has a tattoo on his chest. Do you know what it is? Huh, Harvey?
How would I know what he has on his body?
Because if you truly knew him, you'd know. What is it?
Well, it could be anything. There might be some writing or a picture.
It's a PB&J. We love those things. Favorite part of the meal.
Well, he loved Oreos though, so how do you know that's not his favorite?
Oreos. Where did you get that idea?
Come on, let's go check this out.
The money. Let's get out of here.
In chapter 30, the Dauphin strangles Huck out of anger, but the Duke stops him. The men explain what happened and how the gold got in the coffin. The Duke and Dauphin accuse each other and try to kill each other until finally they all fall asleep.
Huck, wait a minute. Why would you leave without us?
So rude of you.
You're so mean. Why was the money in the coffin? Why would you put it in
I
there?
didn't hide the money in the coffin. Are you sure it wasn't you that did it?
I swear it's you. Why would I do such a foolish thing like
Because
that?
sometimes you're stupid.
Alright, come on, let's go. Hurry for the
In
mob.
chapter 31, they travel down the river trying other crimes. Jim gets sold by the Dauphin for $40, and Huck tries to go out and find him.
Meanwhile, on the river, we try not to kill each other.
Hurry, come help me. This is the runaway slave I've been hearing about. Oh. You have to come with us. Ah! Oh, come on, we can get her. There's 2 of us.
You come with us.
Come on.
Hello.
Have you seen Jim? Oh yeah, man. He was sold to this guy Silas or something like that. Back over there.
Aww.
Sorry.
In chapter 32, Huck finds the Phelps house, where Jim is supposedly being held. Sally comes outside and greets Huck, because she is certain it's her nephew, Tom. Sally asks why he has been delayed the past several days. And Huck explains that a cylinder on the steamboat blew out. Sally asks whether anyone was hurt in the explosion, and Huck says no, only a slave was killed. Sally expresses the relief that the explosion was so lucky. And they greet, and then Silas greets Huck, known as Tom Sawyer. The end.
I wonder who did it. Was it the Duke or was it the Dolphin? You know who done it? The Dolphin. He sold Jim. I gotta get him back. Look, there's the house that Jim's out. I gotta go save him.
Tom Sawyer, is that you?
Yes.
Silas, look, it's Tom.
What?
Come here.
You caught my half shaven.
I starred as Huck, Susan, and the real William. And the moral I got out of the story is not everyone is who they seem to be, because the three sisters believed that the Duke and Dolphin were their real uncles, and they turned out not to be.
I played Jim, the Undertaker, Joanna, the Doctor, and the boy. And the moral I got was fake it till you make it, because Jim pretended to be blue and now he's free.
I was Mary Jane, sadly, and I was Silas. And overall, the story I got was to help other people in their need, and Mary Jane was helped by Huck, and he comforted him.
I was the Dolphin, and all the roles that came with him, and what I got out of it was all that goes well ends well. So Huck didn't necessarily have a good start, but he got the chance to go west or be adopted into a new family.
I played the Duke and Aunt Sally, and my moral of the story was always do what you believe in, because Huck gave the money, or tried to give the money back to the girls, because he knew that the Duke and the Dolphin would not use it for good one.
Ow, my leg!
Yeah.